This is Mitty Man coming at you from Walker's Music. Mitty Man, the producer. Wanted to just give a little information and pass it on to all the upcoming producers and people that are trying to get their musical tracks up to par and get the drums slamming along with the vocals and to make everything fit. I was listening to an interview that the guy from the recording revolution, he had Mark Enbert, I think his name was, and he did this guy's famous engineer mixing audio and everything. Did a lot of work with Madonna, Tears of Fears, and numerous others, big time stars. And the one thing that he brought out a minute thing, it was about just about an hour, about a 39-minute interview. But he spoke about a minute things about people using way too many tracks in a mix and how they could need to cut them down, and talking about the old school way of doing things compared to the newfangled ways of doing things. He also said one thing that was very profound, and he made mention of a compressor that he used, that he had a guy build for him. He said he paid about $5,000 for this thing. And said he took it on one of his engagements, one of his projects and everything, and had this here one female that did some vocals. And said he went to this place and he saw this old rundown looking compressor, just about half shot, non-calibrated and everything. It was off calibration, and it would sound distorted in certain spots and everything. But he said he decided he would run some stuff through it just to test it out, just out of curiosity. And he said after when he ran the vocals, this girl's vocals through that thing, and they were like, wow. He was like, it was amazing how she performed and executed her vocal going through this shot compressor compared to his $5,000 compressor. And said he just went mute on the big thing and went with the shotty one. You know, it's just going to show you people, you don't have to have, quote unquote, all the, I think I made mention of this before. It's not the equipment, it's the knowledge, the know-how to get things out of what you have. He even went as far as Mark did. He explained about some of the plugins are just as good as some of the LA2s, the L2As are, you know, he was just letting you know that the digital plug-in, once you find the sweet spot, it's not going to lose it. Hardware stuff, on the other hand, once you find the sweet spot on it, over time it deteriorates. And you know, it was just a lot of insight, people. And I tell you, if you're going to learn, you're going to have to learn that just other people know some stuff more than you do. I don't know why did some of us get so to the point that we think that can nobody tell us anything. Man, that's a dangerous person. People, we're never going to know it all. So let's take this knowledge, man. It's so readily available. I was just happening to be surfing, ran across it, interview, something that I'm involved in. I'm involved in music, so hey, this is about mixing. So I decided I got 30 minutes. I said, now listen, gain some knowledge. If it's not but one thing you gain, it's one thing is better than more than you had before. In other words, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Cheap from cheap leaves poor. Got that from Reverend Roosevelt Franklin, famous preacher from the area in Macon, Georgia. He used to say that all the time. He said, people, nothing from nothing leave. He used to say it about people, they'll write in wanting a whole lot of blessing, and they'll write a long letter and send nothing. He said, well, nothing from nothing leave nothing. And cheap from cheap leaves poor. That's where I got that statement from. Whether you agree with it or not, it's got some profoundness in it. There's a lot of us want something for nothing, people. And, you know, I don't know why we get attitude the way we have sometimes. And some of us can really get some jacked up attitude for no reason at all. But you know what? Let me take that back. People don't do stuff for no reason. I used to tell my wife that. People always got a reason to do whatever it is. It may not be a good one, but there's a reason behind everything that people do. You just have to just be wise enough to kind of look through it and see and touch upon it. But I try to not fancy it. You know, I feel like this, whatever problem it is, they'll get over it eventually, So like I said, I just try to help people if I can. If they let me, and if they don't, I just move on to the next thing. Like I'm going to do right about now. I got some stuff I'm trying to do. I got some beats I'm got to try to figure out how I'm trying to mix some stuff up and trying to come up with some more ideas and some new territory I'm trying to cover musically. And I got to be able to get down my head to the gridiron and do it. That being said, Mitty Man saying peace. Goodbye.